with the, then we'll come back and pick up some other things that happened. But it's to keep on with the bloodline so we don't lose track of the players in the game. Here later on, an SUV pulled in the back, and there gets out Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. And why can't anybody get to the show on time? And have you noticed that usually in AEW, it's 8:30 for in the middle of a 2-hour show, and they're leaving the building. But here, it's 8:30 for an 8 o'clock live show, and they're just getting there.
Well, things are a lot more lax now that Vince is out of the way. But he did say he watched it because he referenced the Jey Uso promo. He must have watched it in the car.
Or maybe they got one of these fancy damn phones that plays TV now. I've heard of those. I think they hand those out when you become a secret agent. But anyway, they get out of the SUV. They're walking in. Well, they were talking about playing a rap song, too, that they were listening to in the car. I hate that I missed that. Well, so they see Jey, and Jey tries to walk away from him, but Roman Reigns stops him. And Roman says to him, he looks and he says to him seriously, "I'm proud of you. We all are." And Jey looks back and says, "No yeet," and walked away. And then Roman's like to Jimmy, "I told you so. I told you so." The yeet was silly in that situation, in that spot, whether it's over or not. I don't care if Jey just said, he didn't say anything. If he just turned around and walked away from him, it would have made the point that Roman had tried to extend the olive branch and Jey had turned it down. But no yeet sounds frivolous for that particular context, doesn't it?
I mean, it didn't bother me terribly because it goes in line with everything he's done for the last few months, but I could see your point, and it probably would have been stronger if he had broken that for a second there.
Just the once.
With that said, he's right. Why should he forgive Roman? Sir, I told you what, you remember how what a dick you were? Ordering him around, talking down to him in front of the crowds, making him turn on his friend Sammy. So I don't know how much Jey Uso side here.
Well, this is still to be resolved, because later on, in the back, Jimmy was still telling Roman that he should talk to Jey, and Roman was like, I'm trying to talk to Jey. We already talked to Jey. And at first, Jimmy had been, when Roman was deep in thought, Jimmy had been over his shoulder. And the camera widened out, and Roman looks up and he's kind of startled, like, why are you so close to me? He was sitting next to him, looking over his shoulder like Heyman used to. And Jimmy was saying, oh, the wise man's not here, so I was going to be like the wise man. And Roman says, if the wise man was here, this would have been done by now. So, would it be good if somebody said what the fuck actually was the matter with Heyman? The extent of, he got powerbombed on the desk and suffered a cervical blah, 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 and he can't move his jaw, or...
Because this is pretty jolly talking about it. It wasn't like the wise man, rest in peace.
Yeah, no, he's not... Well, he's not dead. He's not dead. You just know he's coming back. They haven't said exactly what was the matter with him or how long it would be. Or not even how long it would be, but one would think they would say, poor wise man, what he did to him, and he's still bedridden. Anyway,
listen, the first time, as a surprise, fans here, ladies and gentlemen from Heyman, it's going to get the biggest pop a manager has gotten in WWE since Paul Bearer returned.
Oh, yeah.
At WrestleMania, what was it, WrestleMania 20? When all of a sudden you heard, and the place came unglued. Because it meant that The Undertaker wasn't a badass anymore. He was dead once again.
Do you think that that's the way that they babyface Brock Lesnar back into this thing somehow, by that the babyface bloodline is still one man short, and there's no way they're going to triumph, and right at the last minute, in time for people to order the pay-per-view or whatever the fuck you're, ladies and gentlemen, out comes Heyman and Brock to be the evening up force.
It's interesting, and there's still a lot of stuff they left up in the air with Brock and Cody. And you got to figure at some point you got to get Cody pulled back into this before WrestleMania. We'll see. I mean, Heyman has to be, the fact that they're mentioning Heyman means it has to be close, you would think.
Well, they still didn't mention his name. They just referred to him. But nevertheless, they were sitting there, and finally Roman says, I'm going to fix this my way. And Jimmy says, how? And Roman says, I'm going to acknowledge Solo. And now, again, this is great, right? Oh, my, da, 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 da.